This right here is the legend of RZA. If you didn't know, now you know. And I'm calling you today, sir, to inform you that Wu-Tang Clan, Enter the 36 Chambers, is number 37 on the 100 best albums of all time on Apple Music, bruh. Like top 40 all time?
Bong bong.
Digi.
Exactly, bong bong.
Yo, let me ask you a question, man. When you crafted the soundscape that would become what we know today to be 36 Chambers, after being in the game for a little bit and saying, you know what, I'm gonna pull together some of the illest MCs and put this package, this idea in front of the hip hop fan, in front of the world. Did you have any idea or any inkling, any spark, any feeling that it would go this far?
When you were definitely young and you know where your talent level was at, you know, hip hop is a sport, and I felt like a Mike Tyson type of artist, type of producer. But I want to echo the words. I was with Prince Paul yesterday, and he was just telling me about when he met me, and he met me during the recording of this album. He met me before that, but during the recording of 36 Chambers, you know, we spent a lot of time together. He said that, yo, your confidence was supreme. Like, you were so confident, and you said that you was gonna do it. You was gonna do it, and said you did it. He said he never really seen like that before. So I could say that I knew that it was gonna be great at the time. But now, as all these years has passed, and it continues to resonate, and like and it makes this list and other great lists. Now that's unpredictable. You know what I mean? That's unpredictable, and it's definitely humbling. I'm grateful that it continues to find audiences. You know what I mean? But when we was making it though, we was coming. You know, it's called Protect Your Neck, so we was coming top ends off.
Yeah. So now the other thing I find very interesting, as not only did I live it in 1993 when it dropped, you know, being in media, but as I watched kids hear it for the first time or make it a part of their, you know, kind of hip hop identity, being a Wu-Tang fan is something that people hold near and dear to their heart, right? It shapes how they dress. It shapes how they consume hip hop. It shapes so much, right? Because the musicality, I think, which besides the rappers and the personas and all of the things that were created here, but you also have, you know, an interesting way that I don't even know since this time of bringing different feelings from cultural spaces into a singular space, if you understand what I'm saying. Very much like a conductor, like of a symphony, where you're bringing things that may not go together, right? What sparked how you heard this before you put the MCs on it?
Well, one thing was the emotions. I felt like, how could hip hop be able to move different emotions the way that soul music can move a different emotion, the way rock or other music? And so my goal was to try to capture emotions. When you think about a song like Can It Be, the entire track from the beginning to everybody with the good old days, to the sample, to the drop, to where the hook came at, that was all pre-made. Then I told the MCs, come in and spit your life on it, you know what I mean? So I think when you first of all, being young, going through the Black experience, going through the New York experience, being a fan of all the Kung Fu movies, studying my mathematics, and finding self-identity, right? All that different emotions, anger, sadness, like I said, brothers going to wakes, you know what I mean? People dying, people getting locked up, family ain't family no more. All these things that's happening was in me. And so as a guy creating music, I'm looking to express that. I want you to hear the anger of Bring the Ruckus. I want you to hear the pissy staircase that I gotta walk through to get to my building. I want you also to feel the struggle of growing up, trying to just hustle and get cream. But I also think about a song like Method Man. I want you to, that, you know, I mean, we made that smoking a blunt. And
have some joy, have some fun too.
Yeah, it's all about, that's what it is, a song to make you just get up and have fun. So those elements of emotions were something that I was conscious enough to strive to put into the music. And I'll say one last thing to you. I think something that stands, one reason why I think this album is special for us as a Wu-Tang Clan is that this is an album that didn't take money to make. Like we paid nobody to come to the studio. Everybody came to the studio. Like you woke up and was like, yo, I'm going to the studio. You know what I mean? I didn't tell them to come to my crib. They showed up at the crib. And when you making things that's pure, I think it means something else, you know, as time goes on, the purity of it. And then lastly, it is the capturing of youth, right? We captured our youth. And I think when other young people hear it, they get that rite of passage. They go, wow, that's the first heartbreak. That's my first blunt, or that's my first time feeling this aggression or whatever. And we captured all that in this album.
So my last thing, you know, on the skits on the album, one of the reoccurring skits, I think it happens twice, was the interview that you was doing with what was the kid's name? Was that Martin Moore?
Yeah, from the City College, man.
Yeah, I wanted to shout him out because you know, that's obviously it's just a part of the aesthetic of the album. And one of the questions he asked when Meth and them was sitting there with him, he was like, all right, so what's y'all ultimate goal? Right? And I think it was Meth was it Meth or Ray? That was like, you know, we're here so that we can leave basically something for our children. That was set forth in the first project.
Yes. Yes.
That energy was put into the atmosphere. And so fast forward to now where I see Method Man's daughter rhyming and she moving around. You know what I'm saying? You see, Raekwon's children. You see Old Dirt's children. You see your children. Like they have either in music or doing other things. Like there's just so much there. And that logo and legacy has been cemented for generations to come.
Indeed.
I would love to hear you, expand on that, because that was set forth in this album, that's what this was about. It was about family. It was about leaving something behind that could be taking care of children. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, when Dirty said Wu-Tang is for the children, he was also echoing that again, right? Of course, you want to build for yourself, but, we were striving to build a legacy that could take care of our families for generations. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we succeeded at it because it was not only the artistic path that our children were able to take. You go back and look at, Wu members and even Wu executives like Power, like Earn, or, they put their kids through college. Power's son is a DA in New York.
Wow.
Yeah, it's real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You go and find each one of our children, you'll find somebody doing something that's like, wow, you didn't expect that person or that, we didn't expect the offsprings to be that. But from the public didn't expect it. We expected it, you know what I mean? And so instilling that ability to take care of our children, to make their lives better than our lives, and to have them stand on a legacy and to stand on a rock that we put out, that we built for the foundation. Yeah, that was the goal from the top. I think, to be honest with you, during the recording of that album, a lot of us were having our first child. And something about when you're in the hood, and I can speak for myself, and I hope it may resonate with a lot of brothers. Before I had a child, I didn't even believe I could die. I would jump off the building. I didn't care, yo. You know what I mean? Because it was nothing else to live for. If I had a child, it was like, wait a minute, what if something happened to me? What'll happen to that child? Start thinking about the days I yearned to see my father, who had went on this journey away from the family. You know what I mean? And a lot of us was in that predicament. Old Dirty, doing our first show for Protect Your Neck, they paid us $200.
Yeah.
We all gave it to Dirty so he could buy milk and Pampers for his kids.
Right.
So it was always that type of energy. And when we found this wave of energy that we was on, he was like, yeah, we're not going to just hop in and hop out. Like I think Ray said that on the interviews.
Yeah, he did.
We here to make this a business show. You know what I mean? And we continue to do that, So we always say, I'm not going to be shy to say this to you, we say all praises due to Allah.
That's right.
our wish and desires and the purity of it has been fulfilled and is continuing to be fulfilled. And I want to just thank the fans, you know what I mean? Everybody now, thank you at Apple Music for selecting us to be honored in this way of being part of the top 100 albums. There's a lot of albums out there. So
the 100 best albums of all time.
May the music live on and Wu-Tang forever, yo.